Hi you guys, welcome to your April 2025 monthly forecast. Before I begin, I have to apologize if I sneeze, cough, or lose my voice. Okay, with the weather going up and down here the way it is, I either have a cold or allergies or both at the same time. So please excuse me, okay? And thank you so much to my subscribers for your continued support, for your likes, shares, and comments. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. There's also links in the description box below. There is one to my website where you can see some of the services that I offer, but you can also just email me. That email address is also in the description box, and it's easier to just ask me if there is something that I do. Okay? Also, check out my weekly forecast, which is now daily shorts, and I'm going to do something a little different this month with the monthly forecast. Okay, for those of you who seem to really love the shorts, the monthly forecast will always exist as a regular video, but some of you are still not aware that there's a link within the short video to the full monthly forecast, and you're just clicking on that short and you're just getting just a snippet of the monthly forecast. You're not hearing the whole thing. So for those of you who love the shorts, okay, I'm going to break it down into parts, the monthly forecast for you. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Maybe, after a while, you'll just, decide to click on the link and listen to it fully, the full monthly forecast all in one video. But if you prefer the shorts, that's what I'm going to try this time. We'll see how it works out, okay? So, now for your forecast. Hi, Capricorn. So you know what? The big news for you this month is Mars is finally leaving your opposite sign of Cancer. Okay, but it's still in Cancer up until the 18th. Okay, so where you have Cancer in your chart is your 7th house. It's directly across from your first house of Capricorn. Cancer is your opposite sign. 7th house is the house of close relationships and partnerships, whether they're business, romantic, or friendship. Also the house of arrangements and agreements, open enemies and competition, and many other things. So I've mentioned, if you've been listening to my videos, that you have someone within one of your close relationships, or what, this could even be a government office, some office or other that's keeps coming at you. Mars in the 7th house brings out aggressive people into your life. Usually it is someone that you're close with, but it could also be an open enemy or a competitor of some kind. Open enemy is someone that everyone knows you both don't get along, so it's no big secret, So sometimes these people act up and try to push your buttons to get you to act up, usually in public, okay? But anyway, so the aggression should stop after that, after the 18th. People just coming at you, trying to get you to do what they want you to do, possibly sign on the dotted line or get into a committed relationship with someone, or a friend that's trying to talk you into doing something that you're not comfortable with, okay? Yeah, that will be done, okay? Now, the month does start off with Venus and Mercury in Pisces again, moving in direct motion and moving into Aries again, okay? So on the 7th, Mercury goes direct in Pisces and moves into Aries on the 16th. Then on the 12th, Venus goes direct in Pisces and moves into Aries on the 30th. So where you have Pisces in your chart is your 3rd house. So we've got Venus and Mercury here again. And Saturn is still here, okay? Neptune has left Pisces briefly and moved into Aries and will be here over the summer. Saturn will also be doing the same thing, okay? But both of these planets will fully move into Aries next year, okay? After their in Aries over the summer. They will fall back into Pisces to finish out their transit there. Okay, so your third house is your everyday life, your neighbors, your neighborhood, the people and places you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. It's siblings, cousins, all forms of communication, including regular postal mail and also local travel, like a day trip, overnight trip, or a weekend trip somewhere, and it's usually a road trip. Okay, you might go on a little mini cruise here or something, though I have to point out, simply, or something on the water, simply because Pisces is here. Maybe you'll take a little boat ride. So anyways, you know, Venus and Mercury traveling together brings about pleasant conversations or topic of conversations. No one likes to talk about anything too serious when these two planets are traveling together. So you might have like just little neat conversations, you know, over the fence with a neighbor, or something or other, or just people that you run into while running errands or doing errands. They could let you in on maybe some good news possibly going on within the area. You could also hear from your siblings more at this time. And if there was a trip that you were trying to take, okay, especially something with the children or something that is fun for like the whole family, and you weren't able to do that, you know, now that Mercury and Venus are back here in direct motion, I'd have to say that you're able to take that trip, okay? Even if it's just like a one-day thing to an amusement park or water park or something or other, okay? Also, you could see an increase in your regular postal mail, too. This has already occurred when Venus and Mercury were here before, but it comes in again, okay? So, then, the Sun is still in Aries up until the 19th, then we have Venus and Mercury here, and also Neptune in your fourth house where you have the sign of Aries. Okay, your fourth house being your home life, your family, your private life, where you physically live and the property surrounding it, also your past, your childhood, and how you were raised, okay? The foundation of how you were raised. So this is actually really nice. Having Venus and Mercury here brings a lot of pleasant times happening in your home. You might have hear from family members more than you normally would. They may even drop in. It could be a little bit of a reunion of some kind. Could even be a school reunion, but it could just be like people from your past, like coming back into your life. You know, people from childhood that you grew up with. So usually that's people from school too. Could be something like that, or you could just find that you're having a lot of company at your place, dropping in on you and whatever. Okay, so the Sun moves into Taurus on the 19th, and there's a new moon in Taurus on the 27th, and Uranus is still in Taurus, but will also move in July into Gemini briefly, but will fully move into Gemini next year, okay, because Uranus will go back into Taurus so it can finish up its transit there. Okay, so your fifth house is the house of fun. Fun and creativity and romance, gambling, speculation, any kind of entertainment or sports or games, and anything to do with children. So this would be your time, you know, especially around that new moon, could bring a new beginning in one of these areas. Romance, some creative project possibly that you're doing, or some new sport or game that you've taken up that you really like, you know, or something that you do with your child or other children, you know, if you're a teacher or if you're a coach or something or other. It just brings like good times in this area, but like I said, there's a new beginning also in your fifth house, so it depends on what it is that you are starting, you know. Let's see here. Oh, I do have to mention, there's the full moon. The full moon on the 12th in Libra in your 10th house. It's directly across from your 4th house of Aries. Okay, so your 10th house is your most public house. It is how you're known to the world by reputation for your livelihood, even if you're retired, what you used to do, and also for your public persona. It's how people view and speak about you. Okay, so something could happen, you know, at work or within your job or whatever that takes you away just briefly, you know, from home. You have to put whatever your family life or your home on the back burner for like a day or two to take care of some kind of work or whatever. Not a big deal. It could be, you know, something that you read on social media. Could be about you or your family or your job or whatever it is that you do for a living that you don't care for. You know, you really put this person, whoever posted whatever, in their place, and then that's that, you know. But it's more than likely somebody that's does stuff like this all the time, and not to just you, but to anyone, you know. They just got a smart mouth, and no one, I guess, has ever told them to shut up until now. Okay? So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Capricorn on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Cancer, and those dates are the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The best time for recreation, romance, creativity, fun, gambling, and speculation, and anything to do with children is the 13th, 14th, 15th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for money is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for your career is the 11th, 12th, and 13th, and the best time for communication and travel is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 23rd, and 24th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for April. Be sure to check out my weekly forecast, which are now daily shorts. See ya.